NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Moda Center in downtown Portland, Oregon. Tonight, it's the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the Utah Jazz. The Blazers secure the opening tip, and we're underway in Portland. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Harden, his first effort, off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Stuffs it down with authority.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Goes to the right side, trying to cash in, open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game. Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Off the assist.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
To Mo Bamba. Beyond the arc for three. No good. That's great defense. Great feed. Sets it up. Yes. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Here's Harden with the rock. Not that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Lowry with it. His team on top by 8. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Missed his first. That one goes.
This comes down to great execution both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor. Let's see if they can carry this into the second quarter.
Harden missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
And he can't convert the free throw. To Harden. And look out. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
He gets it.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Mo Bamba powers it through.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Harden. James Harden. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
We'll get a stoppage here. Timeout Portland, as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Knocked loose. Jazz pick it up. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads just a point. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Lowry into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender did.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Gobert. And he finishes at the rim.
The defense is doing such a good job of denying him the ball and really getting in his pocket, but he got that one to go.
Harden matched up with Brewer. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
And add 1 more to his totals. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Harden with the basketball. Shot clock's off as they'll search for a tying bucket. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 1 quarter down with the Blazers in front. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency, it was really high.
The pace of this game has been prolific. As a fan, I love to watch. As a coach, I would be pulling my hair out. These players would drive me crazy. I need to see some defense, please.
I don't want to ask this question. What hair?
Why would you ask it then if you don't want to ask?
Just going there.
Okay. Well, you went there.
Kyle Lowry at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he makes them both. Utah ball. Bledsoe to Seth Curry. Fires the 3. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And he misses the second. Lowry with it. Leads 4. Great feed. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, if I had that kind of vertical, I'd be throwing it off the glass and showing out. But the coaching staff is probably okay with the easy lay right there.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Trailblazers take over. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now 4 for 6. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Oh, big finish at the rim.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Lowry, defended by Seth Curry, gets to the basket and scores.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. To Seth Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They trail by 1. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. Bledsoe. No good. Knocked loose. Jazz pick it up.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Lowry into the front court. They're down 3. And abuses the rim with the slam.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Lowry has the basketball. And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Lowry. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Got it. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. Jazz have it. And scores. Strong take.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Gets a look. Can't hit. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Gobert with the rebound. Lowry into the front court. The margin is 3 as we approach halftime. Rudy Gobert. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Everybody in the building understands he's been a known target. Looks like they're hacking early in this one.
Jared Allen has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. First try at the line, no good. Oh, he missed on a pair. Harden into the front court. Leads 3. Fires the 3, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Deep 2 there, won't go. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. Jazz had the lead.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Up 6. Down to Fareed. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Lowry with it. His guys down by 9. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
And finishes strong. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
It's good, and 1.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
One free throw, count it. It's a 3-point play, and the lead up to 8. Knocked loose. Jazz pick it up.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
And stuffs it home.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Knocked loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Out of bounds. Last touch by Eric Bledsoe. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
And Jay, they called the foul.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Cruises inside for 2.
Man, he got blown by on that one. But sometimes those plays can spark the defender to buckle down and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
Harden smothering D.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. From long range, knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Knocked loose. Bledsoe slams it down.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Portland has the ball. Lowry to Gobert. Whoa, what a finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The deficit now up to 13. Nice pass to set things up.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Fareed. Layup goes down. Well done.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Trailblazers with the basketball.
I got ball.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Mo Bamba lets it fly from beyond the arc. Missed it. Lowry into the front court. His team down 9. To Gobert. In the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Anthony. Yes, Carmelo Anthony. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. Jay, mixed opinions with Carmelo Anthony. How will you remember his career?
Well, as of right now, he's a catch-and-shoot type player. But for me personally, Carmelo Anthony will go down as one of the greatest isolation players of all time. Back in his Denver days, his earlier New York Knicks days, there was nobody better in an isolated set than CA.
Channing Frye, huge block. Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
To Mo Bamba. Lets it fly from long range. Like the confidence, but Bamba forced that one. Throws it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Knocked loose. 15-footer at the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Jazz out in front. It's the Blazers with the basketball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Knocked loose. Anthony to Lowry. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Harden. Offensive lead and a putback slam.
If you know anything, it comes down to who wants it more. And right now, the offense is just hungry.
Lowry into the front court. His guys down 11. Rises for the slam.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
From the outside, no good. Lowry with it. He'll run the offense. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I know I've seen this many times in various mixtapes. Add that one to the list, too.
Knocked loose. 4-3. Who needs Steph? Who needs Dell when you have Seth?
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
It's in the hands of James Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. He was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Harden. Oh, that's how it's done.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Now the Blazers will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Kenneth Fareed snatching it out of the air. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Danilo Gallinari. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. So possession stays with the Blazers. No, I missed a short one there. To Bledsoe. And finishes strong.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Eric Bledsoe. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Utah's got it. Rudy Gobert tips it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Seth Curry. Bledsoe. Knocks it down from 3.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Count the bucket for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Fareed. Fires the 3. That won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Bledsoe. That one off the mark. It's no good. Easy path to the rim.
That's called escapability right there. Elusive.
To Fareed. Nice pass to get things going.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Marcus Morris. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
They love this hustle. Knocked loose. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
It goes down.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was the look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Harden. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Jazz have it. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more.